Welcome to all of you. Today we are going to discuss on the topic motion. Motion. It is first chapter of class 9th science, or we can say if science is classified in three subjects: first physics, chemistry, biology. Then motion is the first chapter of ninth science in physics. Okay, the first chapters deals with the motion of any objects, how motion is related to various objects, object is in motion or stationary with respect to each other. For example, in your day-to-day daily life, you see some buildings, factories, your house are stationary, and vehicle such as car, scooter, motorbike, these are in motion. So, how to differentiate between which object is in motion or which object is in rest? So, first of all, we try to understand the definition of motion and rest. Well, motion. A body is said to be in motion when its position changes with time with respect to the observer. Observer is play a very important role. Suppose if I am sitting here and I am an observer and a car is running from there and just passed from me. I am observer, I observe this car is in motion. Suppose another example, I am sitting here and this table is stationary. After 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, when time has passed, yet table is also placed here. So, according to my opinion, I am differentiate that car is in motion but the table is stationary here. So, if any body or any object change its position from one place to another when the time is passing, then the object is said to be in motion. Well, rest, how to define rest? A body is said to be at rest when its position does not change with time with respect to the observer. Those objects or those body which are stationary and doesn't change their position from one place to another place is called the object is in rest. Well, rest and motion are relative terms. Both are relative terms. Suppose I am standing on the platform and see the watch hanged on the platform. For me, the watch is stationary, and I am saying that the watch is at rest condition. But when another person sitting in the train and after watch the watch hanging on the wall, then he said the watch is also in motion. So both motion and rest are relative terms, both are related to each other. In your day-to-day life, you see many examples of motion, which object is in motion or which object is in rest. Earth also rotates on its axis and also rotate around the sun. The moon also rotate around the earth and complete their revolutions. Okay. Some plants also show its motion towards light, sunlight, but this process is for long time or to take many time, so we can't clarify that the plant is in motion or no, but still is motion towards the light. Okay, there is a difference between rest and motion. No doubt. Okay, well, our next topic, types of motion. How many types of motion? Generally, we classify motion: rectilinear motion, circular motion, and oscillatory motion. There are three types of motion. First, rectilinear motion. A body is said to be in rectilinear motion when it moves in a straight line. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट अगर स्ट्रेट लाइन में मूव करता है तो उसे हम उसका जो मोशन है उसे हम क्या बोलेंगे? इट इज अ रेक्टिलिनियर मोशन. When suppose a car moves in a straight line, a bike moves in a straight line, or I just walk on a straight line, any object or body is said to be in rectilinear motion. It moves in straight line. Second, circular motion. A body is said to be in circular motion when it moves in a circular path. A body is said to be in circular motion when it moves in a circular path. Suppose a car moves in a circular path. Circular path means this kind of, it is a circular path. If a body is here and it covers just like, moves just like, then a body is said to be circular motion. And straight line motion is zero. This is the straight line. Suppose object is placed here and after some time it covers a certain distance and placed here. This is a straight line motion. So it is rectilinear motion and it is circular motion. Next, oscillatory motion. A body is said to be in oscillatory motion when it moves to and fro. To and fro. To and fro means इस तरीके से. Suppose if you hang a little ball from thread from this position and just like rotation, this is called to and fro. This is called to and fro. Suppose a ball tied from thread, a ball tied from this thread and moves to and fro आगे पीछे इस तरीके से. That is a oscillatory motion. For example, a pendulum on the watch. घड़ी के जो पेंडुलम that is a oscillatory motion. This is the classification of motion. Right now. Okay. Our next topic is scalar and vector quantity. Scalar and vector quantity. These topics are very important for at that time and also in higher classes. So you have to differentiate what is scalar quantity and what is vector quantity. Quantity means which can be measurable with the help of this law. इस क्वांटिटी को हम मेजर कर सकते हैं, जिसे हम मेजर कर सकते हैं, that is the quantity. And what is scalar quantity and what is vector quantity? So first of all, I write here scalar quantity. Scalar quantities. Scalar quantities are those quantities having only magnitude full stop. For example, energy, work, distance, etc. And second, vector quantity. Vector quantity are those quantity having magnitude as well as direction. Vector quantity are those quantity having magnitude as well as direction. For example, force, displacement, momentum, torque, etc. Okay. Scalar quantity are those quantity having only magnitude. Magnitude means what? What is magnitude? इसकी मात्रा. Okay. What is the amount of work? What is the amount of energy? What is the amount of how long distance? Okay. These are the scalar quantity having only magnitude. डायरेक्शंस की बात हम यहाँ पर नहीं कर रहे हैं. And vector quantity are those quantity having magnitude as well as direction. Here direction is very important. So force, displacement, momentum, these are vector quantity because force has magnitude as well as direction. In your